Welcome to Let the Quran Speak. We are looking at misunderstood verses in the Quran, and with me is Dr. Shabir Ally. Dr. Shabir, welcome to Let the Quran Speak.
Pleasure to be on.
The verse we're dealing with, Dr. Shabir, is from chapter 2, verse 279, and it talks about usury. It says, "If you do not give up what remains due to you from usurious transactions, then be warned of war against you from Allah and His Messenger. And if you repent, then you are still entitled to the principle. Do not oppress, and you will not be oppressed." So, Dr. Shabir, maybe you can tell us what the verse is about and how it has been misunderstood.
Yes, the translation that you read, Safia, incorporates a phrase from the previous verse, 278. So let me start there.
Okay.
It says in Arabic, "Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu taqullaha wa dharu ma baqiya min ar-riba in kuntum mu'minin." O you who believe, give up what remains of usurious interest, if indeed you are believers. فَإِن لَمْ تَفْعَلُوا فَأْذَنُوا بِحَرْبٍ مِّنَ اللَّهِ وَرَسُولِهِ. Now we are coming to verse 279. If you do not do what is just mentioned, meaning giving up, if you do not give up usurious interest, just like you translated it, then take warning of a war from God and His Messenger. And if you desist, then you can still then you can still have your principle back, and do not oppress, and you will not be oppressed. Okay, so this verse is very clearly a warning against those who are taking usurious interest. That if they do not stop doing that, then they are to take warning from of a war from God and His Messenger. What does it mean? In essence, it means that those who are taking usurious interest are really oppressing impoverished people. This is how it used to be done. It's not like today's business loans, which is a different discussion. But in those days, somebody needing money to eat, they would have to borrow, and then they would have to pay back with high rates of interest, usually compounded, until the person might become enslaved to the lender because of inability to repay the loan. So this is oppression. The rich oppressing the poor through this system of lending. So God now is going to defend the poor by going to war against those oppressors. And when he says God and His Messenger, it may be that as state policy, that the usurious lenders will be dealt with, just like we might have in modern law restrictions against how much rates of interest you can charge on a loan transaction. That's simply put the way the verse reads. But people have read into this verse a total prohibition of anything having to do with interest. And while I concur with that sentiment that we should have nothing to do with interest, I should be careful to point out that that is more clearly stipulated in Hadith, not in the Quran itself. So there's a Hadith that says that there are 5 persons who are cursed with regards to interest: the one who gives it, the one who takes it, the 2 who write the contract, the 2 who witness it, the transaction, and the one who writes the contract. So 5 persons. So that Hadith has made it a scary thing for any Muslim to enter into any interest transaction, whether you're giving or taking, witnessing, and so on. And in a way, that's good. It means that we're not cooperating in a crime. We're not going to have anything to do. If one person is doing the haram, with the illegal or unlawful act of taking the interest, we're not going to cooperate with that person witnessing his contract, writing it, or anything like this. But the difference is that the person who is giving the interest, that is the oppressed person. And the 2 are not equated in the Quran, the oppressor and the oppressed. Rather, it's the opposite. In the Quran, God and His Prophet are going to defend the oppressed person by going against the creditor and the one who's charging the usurious interest. But by conflating the 2, the verse of the Quran with the Hadith, now Muslims have come to think that the one who is even paying the interest, like for example, one who is buying a house that they need to live in, and they need to get a conventional mortgage, so they're paying interest. So now the Muslim, having done this, is in fear, thinking, well, wait a minute, God and His Prophet are going to be at war with me because I'm giving interest. But that conclusion that God and His Prophet are going to be at war with you comes only from marrying the two, the verse of the Quran and the Hadith. But the verse of the Quran by itself is only declaring war against the oppressor. That is the one who is actually taking the interest, not the one who is giving the interest. So I feel that this is a verse of the Quran that has been much misunderstood and misapplied.
We'll leave it at that. Thank you, Dr. Shabir.
You're welcome.
Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to Muslim Media Hub, the new home of Let the Quran Speak.
Here we spread positivity and good. We help people experience the beauty of Islam and help them appreciate and understand Muslims.
This beautiful building we purchased at cost $2.3 million.
Yeah, we've already raised a third of that money, and with your help, inshallah, we can pay off the rest.
So we're looking for people who can give $1,000 each. If you can be part of the select group, that's amazing.
Otherwise, just please give whatever you can. Every dollar counts.
It's our collective responsibility to share the message of Islam with our fellow human beings. Please help us continue this good work.
It's a sadaqah jariyah, something that will continue to be a benefit to the Muslim community long after Safiya and I are gone.
Please support our work at muslimmediahub.com.
Your support is zakat eligible and tax deductible.
May Allah bless you and your loved ones today and always. Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.